Moses, when you lead in anger and it costs you everything. The people were thirsty again, wandering in the desert grumbling, complaining, blaming Moses. This wasn't the first time. They had seen water come from a rock, manna fall from the sky, the sea split open for their escape. And still they doubted. Why did you bring us here to die? There's no water. We were better off in Egypt. Moses had heard it all before. He had been patient, faithful, tired, but this time felt different. His sister Miriam had just died. He was grieving, worn out, and the people's anger only deepened the weight on his shoulders. So Moses and Aaron went to the tent of meeting. They fell face down, and the glory of the Lord appeared. God spoke, "Take your staff, gather the people. Speak to the rock, and it will pour out water for them to drink." Simple, peaceful, clear. Speak to the rock. But Moses, full of grief, frustration, and fatigue, stepped out with the staff in hand and snapped. He shouted at the people, "Listen, you rebels. Must we bring water out of this rock for you?" Then he lifted his arm and struck the rock. Twice water gushed out. The people drank, but something sacred had been broken. Because God wasn't just testing obedience, he was shaping Moses' heart. And Moses, the man who once heard God from a bush, now let anger drown the voice of instruction. God told him, "Because you did not trust me enough to honor me as holy in the sight of the people, you will not bring this assembly into the land I am giving them." This story teaches us, leadership without obedience becomes performance. Anger may feel justified, but it can still cost you. God cares not just about results, but about the heart behind the action. Moses still loved God, God still loved Moses, but consequences followed disobedience. He had led them out of Egypt, through wilderness, through war and rebellion, but he would not set foot in the promised land. Maybe you've been faithful, but frustration is building. People don't see your sacrifice. You're tired, wounded, misunderstood, but don't let emotion push you to disobedience. God doesn't just want what you do, he wants how you do it. Even when no one else sees, he does. Or like this story if you believe obedience matters even in small moments. Share it with someone carrying a heavy leadership burden. Subscribe for more true stories that show how faith and obedience shape destiny.